So I'm going to go through a couple of specific things for this week so that you have a plan for what's coming up. Um, I will keep the agenda page going as normal. So this should be kind of your check-in for the day so you can see what the expectations are. End of the quarter is this Friday, so any makeup work should be in by Thursday at 11:59. So if it's something that you did on paper, you can take a picture of it and email it to me. If it is something you turned in on Schoology, you can just turn it in as normal, and I'll be updating grades as we go through the week. Your grade is actually a semester grade, so the report that goes out for quarter three is really just more of a kind of a check-in for where you're at this point. The only assignment from the week before we left was the weekly blog. That was the only thing that we had left. So you should date your blog for that week as March 13th. And the topics that week were Du Bois' biography and that biography assignment, as well as slavery by another name. So that's what should show up in your blog. If you could post a published link in the discussion that's posted today, that's actually how I'm going to do attendance. So it's called Weekly Blog 316. If you could post that there, then that way I'll have attendance and you'll turn in your assignment at the same time. So the one other thing that I'm asking you to do is to open up the link that's right here and to sign up for a chapter in Souls of Black Folk. So if you open that up, I think there's a link to the reading guide, which will give you information on what each chapter is about. So that way you'll have some information. You can start reading ahead. I think the sign-up sheet has some ideas. I don't expect you to be an expert on everything, but more to just kind of take ownership of one of the chapters and start the conversations out. The other thing you're going to notice in the course is this new folder that'll have the plans for each week as we go. So in general, because this is a college in the schools class and the expectations are generally higher, we're going to need some more frequent check-ins. So my plan is Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays to have a Zoom meeting so that we can actually communicate and talk. Okay, so the cool thing about this is that people that are in the video chat, we can kind of do class as normal and talk about the book because I think this will take some processing. But the other thing is I can record it. So if there's some reason that you couldn't be available on a particular day, you will be able to at least see what we were talking about. So that's the plan. As of now, we'll see how this goes. The one thing that is unique, I need to take attendance every day except for Wednesdays. So what that means is that there will be a discussion that is posted each day by 11:15, and you're supposed to post something by 11:59 p.m. and that's how I'm going to do attendance. So at 11:59, it's going to close and you won't be able to access it. So you got to log in every day and do that. If you look in week of March 30 to April 3rd, you will see a folder that has daily discussions. And because the blog for Monday is one of those, you will see a new one pop up Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So in terms of this week, the plan is that we're going to jump into Du Bois. Again, we have a Zoom meeting planned at 1. I will put the link to that meeting on the agenda page. And I'm planning for an hour, but if it doesn't take that long, it doesn't take that long. The assignments for each day are listed here. That includes the reading that you should do and kind of what I have planned for the day. So later today, we're going to make sure everybody picked a chapter. You should post a link to your blog. Make sure that you give me a link that is the published link so that I can get to it. I'm going to show you the reading guide later today, and we'll talk about how that works. And then we will actually read the forethought together. And then your only other assignment for tomorrow is to start reading chapter 1 if you haven't already. And I will be presenting or leading the discussion for chapter 1 tomorrow. There will be a discussion for you to post to. That's your attendance for the day. And then you're going to just follow this, keep reading. The plan, if you look at our calendar, the plan is laid out for the next several weeks. The plan is SA2 is going to be due on April 23rd. So I generally have, 3 chapters this week. We go a little more in depth next week. Just as an FYI, I talked to Dr. Brewer, and we have talked about reducing some of the work that you're going to have to do for the semester. So the final project that we always have people do isn't going to make a ton of sense. So that's out. So we're going to have to recalculate the grading for the semester. We will likely reduce one of the other texts because of time. So this reading schedule is actually more spread out. I think ordinarily we do souls over the course of 2 weeks, and it's more compressed. So you're actually getting plenty of time to do the work here. So it should be reasonable. Again, let's try to take things as they come and do the best that we can do, and then we'll go from there. I will see you hopefully at 1 o'clock.